43 players. 43 players. And somehow, they're still in contention for the SWAC. This SWAC spring game, shout out to Jackson State and what they did with their sports network. I gladly paid that $10 to check out the game. It was great coverage. It was a comprehensive presentation for about an hour and 20 minutes. I loved every second of it. Now, who is going to be your stable pieces for Jackson State this year, right? Who's going to be the guys we can count on? J.D. Martin, running back for Jackson State. He was there last year. Another guy that stayed. He's him at running back. He's him. There's a lot of questions since Sevion Wilkerson seems to be in the transfer portal, but J.D. Martin looks the part. Rico Powers, another guy who stayed at Jackson State, did not enter the portal, is the guy at wide receiver. He's wide receiver 1 in Jackson State by far, right? And then we got Seven McGee, our gadget guy. He's a running back and a receiver. Plays a slot, caught a very big pass early in the game. Seven McGee is going to be problems for a lot of different defenses because of where he can line up, which is everywhere. You could throw him at H-back, slide him at H-back and sitting out there for a wheel, right? You could put him, you can hand him the ball running back. You can bring him on jet sweeps. You can have him line up in the slot and run routes for you. Seven McGee is going to be a game changer for this Jackson State offense and for offensive coordinator Maurice Harris. Now, the next biggest question, right? I named a couple guys that are most consistent. Notice there are no quarterbacks on this list, right? The quarterback battle is still going on. A couple people have given the job to Jason Brown, but I think we got to call a spade, man. We got to call a spade. Your boy Grayson Thompson looked good. He looked good. Let's check out some highlights. Shout out to Blake Levine and what he did, giving us some early JSU spring highlights. We got to see a bunch of different quarterbacks. Got to see Philip Short out there. We did not get to see Zy McDonald. Zy McDonald still injured. He won't be out there. But we did get to see the incumbent, Jason Brown, down there slinging some passes around. He looked pretty good. Jason Brown, to me, looks the part of the starting quarterback. He went 5 for 9, 120 yards, 1 interception, and was sacked 3 times. Plenty of questions. There's a beautiful pass by Grayson Thompson there. Grayson Thompson is another guy that stayed on the team, didn't hop into the portal, stayed on Jackson State, and he's a quarterback that has great touch. When you're a quarterback that has great touch and an offense that has a very good vertical passing game, you're going to shine in games like this. In games where you can take advantage of defenders, possibly even young defenders out there, you're going to shine. So let's get on to this defense. I think this offensive quarterback battle is going to go on throughout the summer. I don't think it stops anytime soon. As far as defense, though, I like the Jackson State defense. I think that their only holes are at linebacker. I saw that on offense, Jackson State ran the ball very well. And then looking at those rushing lanes, a lot of the guys up front, like Niles Gaddy, they are in their gaps. Some linebackers aren't filling their gaps, which is the problem. Because in watching Jackson State's offense, Coach Maurice Harris said that the most important positions are going to be quarterback and tight end. And I think part of that is because their running game is so particularly based on power run type plays. We're talking about right guards pulling constantly throughout this offense. If you can ask any Jackson State guard from last year, I'm sure they didn't even pull in practice. Okay, this is a totally different offense. It's a different approach to offensive philosophy. And Coach Maurice Harris is going to bring a different type of wrinkle to the SWAC. He's going to bring more of a power run game, quick passing game, and a very good vertical passing game. And speaking and throwing those negative yards passes, he throws a lot of screens. We're going to see a lot of screens for Jackson State. We're going to see a lot of misdirection from Jackson State. Now, back to the defense, though. I like the defense. I like the safeties. Esaias Guthrie looks good. Key Drain looks good back there. Tim Seward also looks good back there at DB. I think when it comes to your defensive line and your DBs as far as Jackson State, you look pretty good. There's a couple blown coverages out at corner, but I think that comes with the territory. I think Coach Maurice Harris is that good. Being real, I think he's that good. He manipulates defenses. That's what he does for a living. He will move you out of your position and provide a great game plan for great plays and for the quarterback to make plays. And I think that's what happened during the spring game. A fun spring game. Don't get to see much scoring in spring games.